Have you ever felt a quiet voice inside whispering, "You're not good enough"? It's not loud, it's subtle. Sometimes you barely notice it, but it shapes your choices. It makes you hesitate. It holds you back from reaching your real potential. You start questioning yourself even before you begin. Am I smart enough? What if I fail? Who do I think I am to try this? The truth is, we all hear that voice at some point. The problem isn't hearing it, the problem is believing it. Today, we'll look at one simple mental shift that can quiet that voice and help you move forward with calm confidence. Not by fighting yourself, but by seeing yourself differently. Self-doubt is like a heavy fog rolling across a quiet morning field. It blurs your vision, makes everything feel uncertain, and slows your steps. You know your destination is there, but you can't see it clearly anymore. This fog doesn't just cloud your path, it clouds your mind. You start second-guessing every move, worrying that you're making mistakes you can't even see. But here's the truth. The fog doesn't have to control you. You don't have to wait for it to lift. You can move forward even while it's there. Today, I'll show you a simple mental hack you can use anytime you feel self-doubt creeping in. It's not about forcing yourself to be more confident or trying to think positive when you don't believe it. Instead, it's about a quiet, powerful shift in how you view yourself and your journey. A way to keep walking, even when the path looks uncertain. Think like a builder, not a judge. When you try something new, your brain often acts like a judge. It quickly steps in to pass judgment, good or bad, success or failure, worthy or not enough. This habit is automatic. It's how our brains try to keep us safe from failure, rejection, or embarrassment. But here's the problem. Judges don't build anything. They don't create. They don't learn. Judges simply observe from a distance and decide. Builders, on the other hand, get their hands dirty. They lay one brick at a time, even if the wall looks uneven at first. They trust the process. They know a single brick is not the whole house. So when you feel self-doubt rising, remind yourself, I am building, not judging. Focus on laying the next brick. One email, one paragraph, 1 mile. Little by little, step by step, you create something real. Each small effort may seem invisible at first, like drops of water carving a path through stone. But those drops add up. The path becomes clear, and every task you complete, every tiny risk you take, strengthens your foundation. And over time, without fanfare, the wall grows strong, steady, and unshakable. It stands as proof that you kept going, even when the fog of doubt tried to slow you down. Builders, on the other hand, lay one brick at a time. They aren't concerned with how the entire building will look right away. They trust that if they keep placing brick after brick, the structure will take form. They stay close to the work, hands steady, eyes focused only on the next brick, the next step. They don't waste energy criticizing a half-built wall. They know rough beginnings are part of the process. They know mistakes can be smoothed out later. They know progress is not supposed to be perfect, just persistent. So instead of judging yourself too early, think like a builder. Trust the process. Place the next brick, then the next. Over time, the building grows, strong and steady, a testament to quiet, patient effort. Every time you feel doubt creeping in, pause for a moment and shift your mindset. I'm building, not judging. Remind yourself, a writer writes even when the words feel clumsy. A runner runs even when the steps are slow. A builder builds even when the first walls look rough and uneven. Doubt feeds on judgment. It grows when you obsess over results and outcomes. But when you return your attention to the simple act of doing, writing one sentence, running one block, laying one brick, the doubt begins to shrink. Self-doubt loses its power when you stop asking, "Is this good enough?" and start asking, "What is the next small step I can take?" Action is the antidote. Focus on the doing. Brick by brick, you are creating something real and lasting, and that is enough. Separate self from skill. Many of us tie our self-worth to our skills. If we fail, we don't just think, "I need to improve." We think, "I am not enough." Failure feels personal. Every mistake feels like a judgment on who we are. But skills are just tools. They are not who you are. A carpenter doesn't blame himself because his saw got dull. He doesn't say, "I'm a bad carpenter." He simply sharpens the saw. In the same way, when you struggle with a skill, writing, speaking, managing, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of where you are today, not where you will always be. Skills can be sharpened, strengthened, improved. Who you are is steady and solid underneath. When you learn to see skills as tools, things you can pick up, use, practice with, and eventually master, self-doubt has fewer places to hide. You are not your tools. You are the hand that holds them. Imagine a carpenter blaming himself because his saw got dull. He doesn't sit there questioning his worth as a builder. He doesn't throw the saw away or abandon the project altogether. Instead, he accepts that tools need maintenance. He takes the saw, sharpens it carefully, and goes back to work. Silly, right? Yet, how often do we do the opposite with ourselves? When a skill feels rusty or a project doesn't go smoothly, we take it personally. We doubt our abilities instead of simply sharpening our tools. Just like the carpenter, you don't need to doubt yourself. You simply need to sharpen, practice, and continue building. When you separate who you are from what you can do today, self-doubt begins to lose its grip. You recognize that today's struggles are just snapshots, not the full story. A rough draft doesn't mean you're a bad writer. A missed shot doesn't mean you're a bad athlete. An awkward conversation doesn't mean you're bad with people. Skills grow with practice just like muscles grow with training. They stretch, they strengthen, they adapt. Your value isn't tied to any single performance. Your worth is not on trial, it never was. You are bigger than your current abilities. You are more than what you can do today. And every small act of practice is simply a step, not a verdict, on who you are becoming. Keep a small wins log. Self-doubt thrives on forgetting how far you've come. It convinces you that you're stuck, even when you're quietly moving forward. A small wins log is a simple but powerful tool against this. At the end of each day, take a moment to pause and reflect. Write down one small thing you did well. It could be anything. Finishing a task you had been avoiding, speaking up in a meeting, taking 5 quiet minutes to plan your next step, choosing rest when you needed it. No win is too small. In fact, the smaller, the better. Because real growth doesn't happen in big, dramatic moments. It happens in tiny, daily choices, the ones that are easy to overlook. Keeping a small wins log is like planting seeds in a garden you can't yet see. At first, it might feel pointless, but over time, as you flip through page after page, you realize you were growing all along. It might feel tiny. And honestly, that's the point. Small wins are often invisible in the moment. They don't make headlines, they don't earn applause, but they quietly build something much deeper. Trust in yourself. Each time you notice a small win, you're telling your mind, progress is happening. I am growing. Tiny wins build quiet, steady confidence over time, like planting seeds you won't notice at first, hidden beneath the soil, seemingly forgotten. But one day, after season upon season of faithful planting, you look back, and instead of bare ground, you find yourself standing in a forest, strong, resilient, alive. It all started with one small seed, one small win, repeated over and over again. To banish self-doubt, remember this: think like a builder, not a judge. Builders don't criticize every imperfect brick. They keep stacking, adjusting, and learning. Trust the process more than your immediate feelings. Focus on action, not perfection. Separate your skills from your self-worth. Skills are tools that can be sharpened and improved. They do not define who you are. You are always bigger than any one task, any one failure, any one moment. And record your small wins. Every small victory, no matter how tiny, is a brick in your foundation. Each one matters. Over time, they create quiet, undeniable proof that you are growing. Self-doubt loses its voice when you choose building over judging, practicing over proving, and noticing progress over dismissing it. Progress is quieter than we think. It doesn't always come with a loud announcement or a clear sign. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening at all. But deep down, changes are unfolding. Habits are strengthening. Skills are taking root. Confidence is slowly building. Just like a tree grows silently beneath the surface before it ever breaks through the soil, your efforts are shaping you in ways you might not see yet. Progress is patient, it's steady, and it's real. If this helped you see things a little clearer, I invite you to subscribe. It's a small step, but small steps create big change over time. Here, we believe in quiet progress, in simple, steady learning, in focusing on what matters and letting go of what doesn't. Keep learning, keep focusing, keep improving, one calm step at a time.